Alrighty, so we're back with the Mario Matter. It has been a little bit over a week. I apologize, but we're back. It is Monday, June. I'm recording this on the 18th. It'll be June 20th on that day. So I hope that no other news comes out before I release this. But boy, do we have a lot of topics to talk about today. We got Mario Strikers. We got, what do we have? We have Pokemon Snap is coming to Switch Online, all this kind of stuff, and trust me, a lot more than that, a lot more juicy stuff, but I don't want to say all of it right now, because we're going to get into it, and we're going to talk about it all, and I don't want to spoil anything at the start. So those are just a few things, but, we'll just get right into this. I don't want to fluff around for too long. We'll get right into this. Mario Strikers came out. Last episode, I said that I would talk about how it did. I'm going to throw my phone so I don't get distracted. How it did, how people like it. I don't have Mario Strikers. I couldn't tell you from my perspective, but from what I've seen, the reviews for Mario Strikers Battle League are pretty mixed. I think what it is if you've always liked the series, you'll like it. If you've never played it in your life, I don't think you'll like it. You probably won't like it. Because I've seen a lot of people say, like, if you used to like it, you will like this one. But if it's kind of like an unknown territory for you, you're not really going to be too into it. Honestly, I played the demo. Other than that, I've never played a Mario Strikers game in my life. I didn't like it at all. So I'm not going to buy that game, I don't think. But, yeah, mixed reviews. I'm not gonna read out like what any company has said, like 7 out of 10 or 5 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Like I'm not gonna go through people's reviews, but yeah, I think it's mixed. I I never got the appeal. It just feels like there's too much going on. I'm dribbling the soccer ball down the field. Next thing you know, there's a bomb my way and Wario slide tackling me in the back. I don't know. It was always too much for me when I played the demo. It just I never really got it. But yeah, I mean, if it interests you and you like it, no problem there. But speaking of new games, new releases, things like that, maybe not speaking of, but Nintendo Direct. So I believe if E3 was not canceled, it would have been, as you're watching this, it would have been last week, like somewhere near June 12th, 15th, something like that. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that's right. It would have been last week. But E3 is canceled, so it was not last week. If that's all right. And when will it be? Will we even get a direct anytime soon? Soon, as in like the next few weeks? Will we even get one? Now, there was one that was rumored for, I believe it was June 29th. What day is June 29th? June 29th would be a Wednesday. Now, that does kind of make sense. It definitely makes sense. June 29th. And it was leaked by like some Sony person or something. Now, do I believe in these rumors, and should you believe in the rumors? Absolutely not. When has there been a direct rumor about when it was that was true? Okay, you know what? I take that back. I have no clue. I don't know if these rumors have ever been true. Have they ever been true? Not that I can remember. Not that I remember. And I've been like closely watching direct stuff for like the past year. Not that I can remember have these rumors or leaks ever been right. I don't trust it. But if that were to be true, if I was Nintendo, if it's possible at all, I would definitely switch it up. Okay, so let's say it actually was for June 29th. If I still have time, I'd be like, shoot, okay, they had figured us out. Let's do it a few days earlier. Like, I would do that if I was them. Just to kind of discourage leaking and rumors. I don't know, but I mean, do they have enough time to even do that? Can they do that? Do they want to do that? Do they care? That's I don't know. That's kind of a gray area for me. But honestly, I don't believe that we will get a direct within the next few weeks. I feel like if they were gonna do one, even though E3 is canceled, they would have done it last week when they normally do it each June. That's what I would think. But if it's not this month, my prediction would be either late July or August. August sounds about right, although September's a good month for directs. So maybe even September, but that's still a long while. We got one direct this year, back in I think February, early March, something like that. Um so it does make a lot of sense to do it right around this time, maybe July, and then we have to wait until September, which is only 2 months. But that doesn't even sound right. Because 2 months between a direct, it doesn't sound right. Now, June is the perfect time. That is the best time to do a Nintendo Direct. And as of right now, as of recording this, the announcement has not been, it hasn't happened yet. There has been no announced Direct as of June 18th at 1:16 p.m. Nothing yet. So, I don't think that they'll announce it on weekends at all. Maybe Monday morning. No, I don't know. If it's not this week, as you're watching this Monday, if it's not this week, maybe small chance the next week. I don't know. I think it would be this week, but it could also be next week. If it's not in the next 2 weeks, we're pretty much done for. But enough direct talk. I don't even know if it's happening. No one knows if it's happening, but it always happens in June. So let's just kind of hope for the best there. Let's just pray, hope, and do what we can, and hope that rumor is true. I don't think that it will be true. But moving on from Nintendo Direct talk, we have Pokemon Snap. Guys, Pokemon Snap got announced for Nintendo Switch Online, the expansion pack where you can play Nintendo 64 games, some of them. Pokemon Snap got announced, and it'll release on the Switch on June 24th. Now, am I excited for this? No, I'm not a big Pokemon Snap fan, nor do I have the expansion pack. I still have trouble thinking, or like, I don't know if that expansion pack is worth it. I'll talk about that a bit later. But, I mean, am I excited? I can't really be, because I don't have the expansion pack. But, I'm sure someone's loving it. I'm loving it. I'm sure someone's excited about that. I'm sure someone loves that announcement. But it doesn't really interest me. It doesn't mean anything to me. But, if you like it, rock on. But Switch Online, like that expansion pack, it's only worth it to me if this is the exact situation. Okay, so Switch Online can fit 8 people into one family plan. If you got together with 8 friends and said, "Hey guys, let's, buy this expansion pack." For all of us, if you got 8 friends, one person is in charge, whoever's the most trusted friend, and everybody, it's $80 or something like that, a month. So if everybody pays $10 a month, it's very worth it. Happy Home Paradise, the Splatoon expansion thing, Nintendo 64, Sega Genesis. Do you know how much you get out of $10 a month for a Switch Online? Man, at that point, I think it's worth it. Even if you just did that for the normal Switch Online plan, that would still be incredible. That would still be very, like, it kind of evens out. Everyone pays 10. Everybody pays 10 instead of everyone has their own individual plans. Like, that would make the most sense, and I wish I had a friend group to do that with, but I don't. It would definitely be a lifesaver if you did that. It saves you money. It saves you a lot of money. You can play online with all your friends, and you guys can all play together. Very cool, isn't it? Yeah. Friend applications are in the description. I'm kidding. But there's also something else that had popped up recently on my, was it Twitter? Instagram? It might have been Instagram. I don't even know. They're both like the same thing to me. I just go on and check, and then all of a sudden you see a thing from Nintendo. That Super Mario World thing that they're opening in like Hollywood Studios or something like that. That opens early 2023. Now, this is a little bit of old news, but I feel like it also went under the radar because I feel like not many people know about it unless you're like actively on Twitter or Instagram. But for those who just watch YouTube and don't have either of those or just don't check them often, yeah, I saw that on there. Super Mario World Hollywood Studios opens early 2023. Will I go? Definitely. Will I go right when it opens? Probably not. It'll be really busy. I mean, even so, I probably would go if I could. Whenever I'm down there in Florida next, then I'll probably go. But otherwise, I mean, I'll just watch like YouTube videos or something that people make when they go there, and you can kind of get the experience that way. You can kind of live through the camera and experience the entire thing. And also, you can see if it's good or not. And another advantage of waiting a bit longer is if they add more things. Say that they add another like attraction. Is it like roller coasters? Say they added in a new ride or something. That's also a benefit to waiting, as if you go early and they add something later, you just went, you know? Like, unless you like live down there. You just bought a plane ticket, flew down there, flew back, they add something, and then you're like, shoot, I should have waited. So I think I'm going to wait maybe until the year after it opens. I don't even know, just whenever I'm down there next. But it seems cool. But I never really expected Nintendo to do something like that. Like to open like a theme park or something. It never really struck me as like a Nintendo thing to do. Though it is very smart. There was like a trailer that they had like released, like an overview trailer of that entire place. And it was pretty cool. It did look pretty cool. I don't remember at all what it was, but I think wasn't there like some kind of like wristband or something? Shoot, there was some kind of cool technology that they had. I want to put it on the screen. If I can find it, I'll put it on the screen right now. There was some kind of cool technology that they had. I don't remember what it did, but I remember being blown away by it. It was super cool. But either way, I am pretty excited for that to happen, for the whole thing to open up, and for everybody to video it, just for everyone to like video it and post it just so I can see what it's like. Perfect. And I hope that some kind of 360 video comes out. You know how some people post like 360 videos you can watch like on your phone. If someone does that, that's perfect. But also, speaking of Mario, while I take a sip of water, speaking of Mario, what about the next Super Mario Bros. Game? Where is that? Where is that game? Who? Where is that game? We got one for the Wii U, the Wii, the 3DS. Why not the Switch? Now, we did get a port of the Wii U, New Super Mario Bros. U. We did get that, but where's the brand new Mario Bros. Game? I have a feeling that it'll be on the next console, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I think it'll be on the next Nintendo console. That's just what I think, because I feel like that's a game that you release within the first year or two of a brand new console. You don't release it at the end of its lifetime. Now, they definitely could, and it would still sell well. Like if they had released it at the end of this year, it'd still do great. But I just feel like Mario Bros. Doesn't strike me as a end of the lifetime console game. It doesn't strike me as that. I think it would have to be within the first year or two, and they did do that. They released the port in 2019, which is 2 years. It was about 2 years into the Switch's lifetime. They did that, but it wasn't brand new. Obviously, it was pretty much the exact same thing. I think a few extra, threw in a few extra things, but that was it. The next one, I would think, would be. I'm looking at the calendar right now. I think it would be. We have to think it's going to be when the next console comes out. I'm going to say 2026, 2027. Keep in mind, 2027 is 5 years away. If we have to wait that long for a new Mario Bros. Game, I don't know what I'll do. I'll have to go and replay all of the old ones. But you have to also think, if the next Nintendo console is not done by now, I mean, it's going to be a little bit hard to start working on a game. So what I'm trying to say is, it's probably not even in development and won't be for the next couple years. Now, that's also pretty bad. That's bad. It's going to be a while. Now, everything I just said could be wrong, and they could just give us one next year or something to end off the Switch's lifetime. But then you're in an endless loop, because if they give it to us at the end of the Switch's lifetime, they're not going to give us they're not going to give another one for another 4 years. So then at that point, say that the next Nintendo console, bear with me, came out 1 year after the Mario Bros. For the Switch came out. So this is the new Mario game, okay? This is a new one. And then here is a new console. So this is 2022 or 2023. This is 2024. New console, new game. With the 2024 one, they're going to have to wait a few years to even put out a new Mario Bros. Game. So then you're at 2028. Say that. They wait 5 years to put out a new Mario Bros. Game. Then that's at this console's end of the lifetime. If you kind of get what I mean, it's going to keep on being at the end of console lifetimes. So they can't release it next year, because the Switch will be dead in like 2 years. It's just not gonna work. You can't do that. They missed their opportunity. You just can't put it at the end of a console's lifetime, because it'll be that way forever, unless they make 2 release dates very close together. They're gonna have to do it in the first year or 2 when the next Nintendo console comes out. Sorry if that was hard to follow, but I didn't know how else to even explain that. I mean, it's pretty unfortunate. Now, I do want to speak on the next Nintendo console. I can't really speak on it, because I don't know anything about it, what it's called, what it's like. But I had this conversation with somebody like a week or two ago. I don't remember who it was. What is the next Nintendo console going to be? You already did 2 screens. You made the Wii U, the home console, with a fat Switch, which is the gamepad. Then you just made a Switch that has 2 controllers and like the big screen. What is next? What else can you do to make the next console a new console? What else are you going to be able to do? I mean, you could do, like, you could take the Wii U route. So the Wii, you have the Wii remotes. That's cool. The Wii U is the exact same thing, but it has a gamepad. Are we gonna have 2 Switches? But we can't, because Nintendo does not want to follow the Wii U route. So if you guys don't know, I mean, you definitely should know, the Wii U sold horribly. It didn't sell very great. Nintendo does not want to go down that path again and make a Switch 2. So it can't be anything like the Switch, or else people will also think it's like the exact same thing. Like, could you imagine? This is almost what it was. Almost. Could you imagine if the Switch OLED was a brand new console, nothing like the Switch, but we all think that it's like a Switch 2 and it's just like better features? That's what some people thought that the Wii U was, especially at first. So they want to make this next console different, and they don't want to go down that route again. It's got to be different. But this brings me back to my point. What are they going to do? You've already done everything. 3 screens? 4 screens? No screen? Like, what's going to happen? What is going to happen with the next console? That is something that has always mind-boggled me. Will it be revealed next year? 2027? Never? This is a mystery that will never be solved for another 2 years until they announce it. You know? Like, what are they gonna do? Because I can't think of anything. The only thing that I did think of was VR, but they're not gonna do that. There's no way that the next console not only has VR but is VR based. No way. No, impossible. Once again, they may have VR, but it's not going to be VR based. No way. And plus, they already have the Labo VR thing, and those didn't do very good. I don't think so. Definitely not going to do that. What are they going to do? I don't even know. But also, speaking of announcements from Nintendo, can we please also talk about the next Animal Crossing game? Now, if you guys don't know, you don't know who I am. Animal Crossing is one of my favorite games of all time. Animal Crossing, like, or the favorite series, I should say. One of my favorite series. I don't have a favorite. It's hard to choose a favorite game. It's hard to choose a favorite Animal Crossing game. But it's my favorite series for sure. And so I wanted to bring this up because we're getting a bit further into the lifetime of Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I realized this the other day, so I'm going to look at my notes here. So, Animal Crossing City Folk for the Nintendo Wii came out in 2008, okay? And that's when it released. Animal Crossing New Leaf was announced, not released, but announced in 2011 at E3, I believe, which is in June. And then it went on to release 2020 or 2012. So 1 year later. So after a mainline Animal Crossing game in 2008, they announced a new Animal Crossing game 3 years later. Animal Crossing New Horizons came out in 2020. 2023 is next year. Are we on the verge of an Animal Crossing announcement? Yes and no. I don't think so, because how are you going to release another Animal Crossing game on the same console at the end of its lifetime? Animal Crossing is a game that you can play for forever. There's no end point. That cannot be a game that you release at the end of a console's lifetime. So for that reason, I think it's impossible for it to release or even be announced in the next year. But on the other hand, it's like, apart from the gap to New Leaf to New Horizons, apart from that big like 8-year gap, they're always pretty good at announcing them just a few years later, which makes me think that it could be announced sort of soon. Other than that gap, they've always been pretty good. I have to say, I think it'll be released on the next console, the next Animal Crossing game on the next console. But it's hard to say, because they've never taken a big gap like that. Will there be another big gap? I don't know. A lot of people think 2024 is when it could be released. Honestly, I think that's when the next Nintendo console will be released. I think that we could see Animal Crossing, the next game, be released in 2020. I want to say 2026, but that's so far, you know? That's so far. It's going to be either 2025 or 2026. No in between. It's not going to be like a holiday release or anything. It's one of those years. It's early in one of those years. That's my final prediction. I don't want to talk about this next Animal Crossing game anymore. It's 2025, 1 year after the new console releases, or it's 2026. Now, not to mention, Animal Crossing would be a very good game to release at the start of a console's life. The Switch released with Breath of the Wild, the Zelda game. If Animal Crossing released with a new Nintendo console, that would be a very good move. But in that case, it could come out in 2024. But I think that's it's sort of unlikely. I don't know if that'll actually happen. Would it happen? Do you guys think it'll happen? I want to know what you guys think. Please comment down below. What do you think? When will Animal Crossing come out again? When will that hype be built up? I don't really know. But something else I want to talk about. Now, with Animal Crossing, they made amiibos. You can kind of see it back there. They made these amiibos, right? First of all, what happened to Animal Crossing amiibos? Second of all, what happened to amiibos in general? What happened to those things? Guys, I've not bought an amiibo since September of last year. It is June. It's almost been a year. I never see amiibo in stores anymore. The only one I've seen in the past few months, and this might just be me, I don't know. The only one I've ever seen in the past few months is the Zelda and Loftwing amiibo for Skyward Sword. I actually just beat Skyward Sword yesterday, not to mention it was pretty cool. But that's the only one I've seen recently. What happened to amiibo? Are they failing? Are they not selling well? Cause I love them. I have nearly every Animal Crossing amiibo. This is not a amiibo collection video, but I'm just like I was a big fan of these things. And where did they go? I thought they did pretty well. Did amiibo not sell very well, guys? I didn't really pay attention to it. I always thought that it was a great day when you go to your local game store or store that you go to get games from, and you see some nice amiibo on the shelf. Next thing you know, I walk into my local game store, the one that like a retro game store. Little Mac is selling for $55, new in box. Are these things rare? Why do they ever stop making these? I thought amiibos were cool. You know, all the games had functionality. But now if you look, even like on a game that supports amiibo, do you guys remember the Wii U? I think even the 3DS game boxes, they would have like a sign, maybe like here, or like a logo that said amiibo, because they would support amiibo functionality. But now they don't. Are they giving up on amiibo? Was this some kind of passion project that they tried to do? Was this an attempt at Toys to Life that they thought might work? I think it's all of those things. Maybe I have to research it further. But I don't know what happened to these little sweet figures. They still make a couple. You know, they make one here and there. I see on my Twitter like, oh, this amiibo, you know, is here. And then like there's links. It's like sort of new amiibos. Like didn't like a Min amiibo come out sort of recently? I could be mistaken on that. I think that it's... Are they dead? Are they making a comeback? Are there no games to make amiibo for? Are they going to make amiibo for Breath of the Wild 2? They did it for the first one. I think that there's such cool features because not only do they work on the game, but they also are cool to have on a shelf. It's like a nice package for just about $12, $14, however much they normally went for, apart from some. But I can get why they might have stopped, as with amiibo, there were a lot of people that would make like the fake ones, like the fake amiibo. People would buy NFC stickers or whatever, like cards, and you could use your phone to like put the amiibo onto the card and just use it like that. So you would not have to buy any amiibos. Could that be why, or at least part of the reason why they might be failing a little bit? Why amiibos are failing? Could that be why? Is that like a big deal breaker? Has Nintendo tried to stop them? I don't know if they can stop them, because I don't think that these like fake amiibo cards are only made to kind of rip off amiibo. Okay, so these things are called N-Tag 215s. I don't know if they're only made to rip off amiibo. They might be used for like some kind of other stuff, you know. So for that reason, I don't know if Nintendo can do anything about it, or like take down listings of people selling these N-Tag NFC things, you know, because they're used for other things too. I think I couldn't tell you what, but I believe that they're used for other things. I don't know. It's in the shape of a credit card. Is it used for anything else? I don't know. I just feel like if it was used for amiibo, the cards would be more of the amiibo card shape and not a credit card shape. This is what the end tag looks like. It's a bit taller. This is what an amiibo card looks like. It's a bit shorter, and it's also a bit the amiibo cards are a bit wider, I think. If they tried to rip them off, they would make it look more like the actual cards. But I think that they're used for multiple things, which is once again why Nintendo cannot do anything about it. So maybe they're just deciding to kill amiibo because of that. They're trying to kill amiibo because they can't get around making fake amiibo. I don't know. It's kind of like that is kind of a deal breaker. And I wonder if companies like, or games like Disney Infinity, Skylanders, kind of dealt with that too. Because correct me if I'm wrong, I think it uses the exact same technology, like the NFC thing. Pretty unfortunate. But yeah. That's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. Is there any kind of Nintendo news or any kind of personal things that I've oh yes. Okay, so guys, recently I've been on a mission to complete every single game that I have not yet beat. Yesterday, I beat Skyward Sword. That game is one of my favorite games of all time. The soundtrack is amazing. I beat Skyward Sword and Luigi's Mansion. Now that sounds like an awful lot of just me sitting here just playing a game. I was at the end of both games. So Skyward Sword, I've been playing for a while. I was at the end of it. I was at the boss fight. I went on and I beat it. Done in like an hour. Because I was horrible at it until I had figured it out. And then Luigi's Mansion, I played back in October, got to the 13th floor, and I never actually finished it because I forgot about it. So that game, I went on. It took me more like 2 hours, and I beat that game. The point is, this is a fun thing to do, to go back and beat games that you have not yet beat. My next game to conquer is Yoshi's Crafted World. I never actually beat that game, and I plan on doing it. Can I get it? And so I plan on doing it whenever I decide to play games next. Would I do it on a stream? Probably not. I don't know, kind of just like a downtime thing. When will I stream? I don't know, guys. I've loved like just putting videos out like this and not having to like go live, because I feel like when I have to go live, and this is like, it's not like, it's kind of like a me problem, just because this is like obviously what to expect when you live stream. It's just like, I feel like I have to go for like 3 hours. I did last time because I liked it, and I had on my return stream, I did it for 3 hours just because, you know, I was kind of into it. But otherwise, like, I only like want to stream for like an hour. But even so, I don't know if I even want to stream. I would always do YouTube, but I kind of like just putting videos out, not having to like set everything up, make sure everything is good, go live, and then just like pressure like, okay, it is 5 o'clock. Hit the face cam button and it switches over to me. Gotta make sure everything's organized. Like, how about I just record this and put it out, and then you guys also enjoy it. I would stream every once in a while, but I don't want it to be like all the time, you know. I like this a lot. I just get to talk to a camera, and then you guys also enjoy it. I can just post a video and go do something else, and then check all the comments later on. I am more obsessed with that than I am live streaming. But this is a bit of a personal topic. All the game stuff is out of the way, so I don't want to ramble on for too much longer. I don't want to waste any more of your time. And so yeah, that was the Mario Matter episode 2. We are kind of getting this down. Like the first episode, I was kind of like, okay, well, what do I just keep on carrying on this topic? Do I look at something else? Do I talk about something else? Do I make something up? This episode I thought was pretty solid. I thought it was a very solid episode right now. But as I said in the last episode, by episode 10, I will be crushing it. I'll be on point. But this definitely is a good leap from episode 1 to episode 2. I'm like getting better each time, so that's pretty cool. But enough is enough. I don't have that Mario plush. It's over there. I definitely forgot to grab it, and I don't want to grab it now. Is there anything around me that resembles Mario so then I can do the outro? My Mario amiibo. So guys, thank you for watching the Mario Matter. A lot of dust on it, man. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, like the video, subscribe. If you want to watch these in a shorter form and you do not want to watch the entire episode like you just did, thank you very much. My clips channel, EmSwizzle Clips, has everything that I talk about in a shorter form. So say that you only want to watch this part and this part, you can for sure do that on the clips channel. They're all bite-sized form for you. So feel free to go and do that. And with all that fluff out of the way, I'll see you guys in the next episode or video or stream, whatever comes up next. Peace.